Hello everyone, and welcome to the Influencer Barbie channel. We have Miss Barbie Roberts, and I am Barbie's assistant. My name is Beverly, and I am an adult Barbie enthusiast. Welcome to our Barbieverse. We create content for people who love all things Barbie as much as we do. Now, I was at my local Walmart picking up some kinetic sand to use for a craft when I saw this little set of kinetic sand. It's called the Doggy Dig, and it is in this really cute little plastic doghouse. And you may know that the Roberts family has quite a few pets, and a lot of those are dogs. So I thought that a doghouse would be a great addition for our Barbie house. And I wanted to check out this little package of kinetic sand. We were supposed to get, guess it doesn't show us here, we're supposed to get a little dog and then some mystery surprises in the set. So I want to take a look at that. And then I also want to paint this doghouse so that it'll be a different color than the solid blue, so that we can use it in the Barbie house. So let's get the wrapper off, and always remember to have adult supervision when using sharp objects. Oh, okay, it does show on the wrapper. We get kinetic sand, and we get a mystery pet, and then the different surprises with our doghouse. And it's a little cute doghouse here. You can see there's kind of a seaside theme to it. There's a little crab, a life preserver, an anchor, some shells, and then a post with a rope on it. And it looks like we can open the doghouse from either side and maybe remove the roof completely. So let's see, I think we do open it by removing the roof. Okay, so that opened up fairly easily. I'm always afraid that I'm going to break these things. Okay, so here's the roof off of our doghouse. And we get a little dog in here. And he has a little heart on his rear end, so I guess we can use that for stamping the kinetic sand. And I was expecting the sand to be in a bag, but it's just here loose. And since I want to use this kinetic sand for a different craft, I'm going to take that out and set it aside. And my plan for today was to paint the doghouse. So let's take that out. Oh, and here's some of our little surprises that we get in the sand. And we'll take a look at it more closely when we do the other craft. And so it does look like we can take the doghouse apart. Okay, so this front and back seem to open up. Here we go. And the sides can come down. And it looks like this piece here just stays in the doghouse. So that's pretty cute. But since we could take it apart, that is going to make it a little bit easier to paint here. I want to do the roof with this darker chocolate bar brown and do the sides of the doghouse with the light mocha color. And I picked up both of these at Walmart. I believe they were 58 cents. So if this doesn't work out, this is not a large investment. And these are both an acrylic craft paint. When I looked at the instructions, it mentioned some of the different things that you can use the craft paint on, and it did not specifically say plastic, but I did do some quick searching and determined that we should be able to use the acrylic paint on the plastic. Alright, and I've adjusted the camera angle, so I hope this will be a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the paint here. This is just a plastic lid. I'm going to set that aside to dry for a little bit. This paint actually does have pretty good coverage, for at least for the dark brown, on this blue plastic. But I think that we'll probably want to do a second coat to give it better coverage and also to touch up any places that I might have missed. Like right here. There we go. And now we'll do our light mocha. And these paintbrushes are also from Walmart. Oh, there we go. I'm really impressed with the coverage on this acrylic paint so far. I think we still probably want to do a second coat to make certain that all the blue is covered up and to touch up any places that I missed. But I'm going to let these pieces dry and we'll come back and do a second coat and then put everything together, back together for our finished doghouse. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, we're back. And the instructions on the paint bottle say to allow your project to dry for an hour in between coats. So I've allowed both of these to dry, and I'm really pleased at how nicely this paint covered. You can see a little bit of the blue through the brown. It actually kind of looks like it's weathered the way that's done, but I'm going to go ahead and give both of these a second coat of paint, and then we'll allow that to dry before putting the doghouse back together and then taking a look at our final product. So I'm going to get some fresh paint to work with. And we're back. I noticed when I was painting the second coat that some of the paint would come off from my first coat. So even though I had allowed it to dry for over an hour between the first and the second coat, so I've allowed everything to dry overnight, and I think I might still need to go in and touch up a few areas just a little bit, but otherwise I think this has really good coverage. And I was thinking that I might want to get a second of these little dog houses, and with that second one try to cut out this little door here in the doghouse, and then we'll be able to have one that's open that the little dogs can go in and out of. But I'm going to go ahead and close this one up. Oops, and we're losing a little bit of paint here. And I think when I do the second one, I'll probably also want to take a little bit of sandpaper and roughen up the surfaces just a little bit to get the paint to stick a little bit better. And we might want to try spray paint for that second doghouse. I know that there is some spray paint that is specifically designed for plastic, so that will be an experiment for our second doghouse. I'm trying to carefully put this back together and not lose too much paint. Here we go. And we could just leave the front part open so the little dogs can go in and out. And we'll put the top back on. And I'm happy with how that came out. There's a little bit of blue that we need to touch up here. And like I said, maybe we'll give this a try with the spray paint that's for plastic, but I think this is going to look really good with our Barbie house. And as you can tell, the Roberts family has a lot of dogs, so I think multiple dog houses will be very appropriate for the Roberts family. Here we go. And I think if we cut that little door out, that's going to be a good size for most of the dogs that I have. This little one here might be a little bit big, but he can duck to go inside the doghouse. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of our little doghouse project here. Have you tried painting any Barbie sets or other toys to make them look more realistic, or to give them a different color scheme? And if so, what did you use and how did everything come out for you? I'd love to see pictures of some of the different projects that people might be doing for their Barbie houses. That would be really great to see. And maybe that's a feature that we could do here on the Influencer Barbie channel. So let us know in the comments, have you tried anything like that? Oh, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really does help our channel to grow. And once we hit some subscriber milestones, we plan to have some fun giveaways. And if you would like a chance of getting a shout out in a future video, just comment below with the hashtag InfluencerBarbie. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in our next episode here in our Barbieverse. Bye-bye!